Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So I am groggy, you know what that means. It is bright and early. I have so much to do today. It's like one of my only days off this week, and so many things to do today, so gotta get on with it. But yeah, today, as you guys saw by the title, we'll be doing a full face of new makeup that I've been testing and loving. I don't know if I added that in there because I wanted it to be a full face of new makeup I've been loving, but I was using some products. I wanted to use some products that I still am not sure about, so that it changed to a full face of the new makeup I've been testing, and then we might have added and loving at the end, you know? Anyway, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. Got my coffee. You know it's been a long week when you're using your your backup mugs. So these are actually I have a whole bunch of holiday mugs. So I have like my Christmas one, my Halloween mug, there's another one back there, but then this is like my Valentine's Day mug. And I figured we were the closest to this one, and so you know, behind, so I use this one. All the other ones are dirty. All right, let's jump right in because we got some goodies to talk about. So first we're gonna jump in with the Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer. I've only used this one I've used less than I've used the next primer we're going to talk about, but I do like this one. I feel this is the they just repackaged this one from a primer from them, the same primer from them that I used years ago, and so it is a nice primer. Like, I feel like, you know, it's kind of the same thing. It's just very thick, very hydrating, and it feels really, really nice. It's just nothing more than that, and so I really like that. If you're just wanting some hydration, you don't want the glow, you just want some hydration, this is it. It also does blur a little bit. You can see my skin just looks like a lot more even, a lot more smooth, and it feels that way too. And so let me move my mirror. So I really, really do like this primer a lot. Again, if something, you know, it's even good for if I would just wanted to like throw on some cream blush, cream bronzer, some brows, and then mascara, and then go with my day, maybe some gloss. This is a good one too because it just like makes my skin look even, nice, and blurred, but also I feel hydrated and good. But we are gonna ruin all that. Why? Wow, it like goes foggy every time that is weird. That is weird. Anyway, this is the Milani Bright Side Illuminating Primer, which I've been loving. I think, like, you know, this is one that I feel like I don't think there could be anything wrong with it. I haven't specifically, like, you know, tested this with like bulletproof products, you know what I mean? I've been using it just to wear it, and so I don't know, like, specifically, I don't think there's anything wrong with it because my makeup has been looking normal, but it is so beautiful. I just love the illumination to it, and it's not, the thing what I really like about it too is it's not over illuminating. I use a lot of hydrating products, and sometimes when I put too much too many illuminating / hydrating products on, my makeup starts to like, it just gets overwhelmed. My skin looks, and then my makeup doesn't look as good as it could. And I feel like for the winter, I mean, for the summer as well, it's going to be a lot. So I have to kind of cool it. But this is a good one because it's not extremely like pearlescent, where it's like, okay, if you're using like my Tarte Maracuja tinted hydrator, I just have the mini here. If I'm using this, then it doesn't look like I'm freaking like, what is this called? I almost call it a star ball, a disco ball, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's early, so it could very well not be making sense. Anyway, next we're gonna go on with the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. I'm just gonna use it as foundation today. This is one of the products that I'm still not sure about. I'm still in the works of testing it. We're just gonna squeeze it on the back of my hand, and this shade might be a little deep for me right now. Oh, maybe not. But I said this in my favorites videos, or was it my favorites? No, I said this in my monthly makeup haul or something like that. I don't know, I said this in some recent video, and I was just saying how, like, it's a very, from first impression, it's a very finicky product, and that's not something that I want in my collection. I want to be able to count on it and just use it when I want to use it, and not have to use it when I use a specific primer, or it's this degrees outside, or whatever it is. Like, I don't want it to be a finicky product. I want it to just work. And so it's kind of like, depending on the primer, depending on the powder so far, it has looked really nice or really bad. And so I'm like, it this is the rate we're going. I don't know if I love this, but that's only a couple times of wear. So I really want to just keep testing it and seeing what I want. I think you can see it's very like a natural finish. The camera makes it look a little bit shinier because in person it's very set is the word I guess I would use. It's very yeah, set. I don't want to say dry because it's not dry, but it's not illuminated or anything like that. It's just a very natural kind of finish, and it looks really nice so far. As you can also see, it's not a very full coverage. You can still see some things, but it's a very nice, it is a medium coverage, a very hefty medium coverage. It's not full or anything like that. It looks really, really nice today, so let's go with that. Let's go with that. Okay, then we're gonna go in with a new concealer that I've been testing. This is the newest product out of all of these. This is the Complex Culture Letup Concealer. You guys know I wanted it so bad. So it says medium to full coverage, brightening antioxidant concealer, effortlessly conceal, hydrate, brighten, and blur under eye imperfections. Infused with hydrating whatever, a bunch of amazing things. Okay, cool. So sounds good. I have used it once. Sorry, let me sit up like a normal person. I have used it once, and off first impression, it was not my favorite, and I'm nervous that I'm gonna not love it. I wanted it so bad. First off, this doe foot, okay. I don't even know what to show you because I don't have another concealer up here. Okay, first off, I have this mini Tarte Shape Tape concealer. Why are they the same size? The chart, oh my gosh, I can't say that, I never can say that. The Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit bigger. Like, that's weird. The doe foot is just a no-go for me, especially because Complex Culture, their thing is that they always say, like, why, like, makeup shouldn't be complex, basically. Like, you know, cut out the complex in complexity and complex in makeup. And so it's to me, you would do a giant doe foot so that it was just easy to apply. But it was just a little tiny thing, and I feel like I have to dip in 6,000 times, and I still don't have enough product. All right, so it blended out super, super nice. And I'm just gonna put it on top of my eye, because why not? And it looks really pretty. So I feel like for me, the thing with me is that it says, I didn't even know it says that. It says conceal, hydrate, brighten, and blur. So to me, like, that's where the line almost gets a little dicey, is where it's like it's hydrating but it blurs. It's like, okay, so it's not gonna dry my under eye out, but it's not gonna be a glowy or hydrated. It's not gonna look hydrated because it has that blurring effect, you know what I mean? And so then depending on the setting powder you use, it could go matte really fast. And so so far, not obsessed, but again, I have to keep testing it. I have been testing it. So there's that. Today, my skin, yeah. My skin just looks a little heavier, and I don't love that. And it looks like I'm wearing makeup, tons and tons of makeup, when I'm not wearing any more than like a normal day, and it doesn't look like this. And so I think you can just see my under eyes. They just look heavy, and I think it's that blurring aspect to it, where it was like the concealer is a little just confused between being hydrating and being blurring, and it's not doing either, you know? It just looks, my skin just looks like makeup, and I don't live for that. Ooh. Okay, so I just went in with some setting powder and bronzer. I'm on a no buy for those two categories, so I don't have any new ones right now. Hopefully not for a while. But I really want to go in with, so we're going to go with the Kokie Refresh Hydrating Setting Spray. It's supposed to be long lasting. I do really love this setting spray so far. Again, I've been testing it, loving it. It's just like a good refreshing setting spray, and so I feel like my skin could really use that right now. So we're going to go with this. All right, so I forgot, I also did my brows real quick. And yes, so next let's go in with some blush. So I really want to use my Patrick Ta blushes here. I feel like these I like kind of tested for a while, then I just stopped. So this is the Patrick Ta Monochromatic Moment blush in the shade She's Adorable. I got this in an Ipsy Glam Bag X. And then I also have the Double Take Cream and Powder blush in the shade She's That Girl. Super, super pink, but I feel like it's spring, and I feel like mixing these could be a little bit fun, you know? So I think that's what we're gonna do today. Again, I just like kind of used them for a while and then just stopped for no apparent reason. I'm gonna close. I'm not gonna use the cream today. I'm just gonna use the 2 powders and see what happens. I was proud of myself. You guys haven't seen it yet, but I am getting 1 new blush this month so far. But other than that, I haven't bought any new blushes. And I was like, okay, what the heck? Okay, girl, fine. I'll take it. Yeah, this combination is pretty. It's more of a blush that I like. It's a little bit pinky, but it's not as pink as just using this one alone. And then it's not as like orangey, glowy as just using this one alone. So I really like the combination. As I should. I don't know. I can't decide what brush to use with this formula because a stippling brush doesn't work well with this formula just because it's not as, I don't know why. It just doesn't work well with this formula, but I don't know. Maybe we should try a powderier brush. I don't know. It's very finicky. I'm not obsessed. I don't think I have the shades that I love. You know, I definitely don't have shades that I love in this formula, and that's why I don't wear it a lot. But it is a nice formula so far. I really just think you have to get the right shade or else it's gonna go downhill for you. And just like, you know, for me, I just don't use these a lot because the shade is just so wrong. It is pretty though. All right, then we're gonna go with the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop, of course. I did get a new highlighter, but I haven't used it yet, so technically I haven't been testing it, so I'm not going to use it. We're going to save it for a first impression. I'm so excited though. But this one I've been obsessed with as well. I wore this one the one day. I put it on one shade and put Oh for Rodeo Drive on the other. I didn't realize how similar the two was, and I guess I should have just known because people love them both. Like, they were both cult classics. And I guess I should have just put 2 and 2 together. Like, they're both cult classics because they're freaking like the same thing. And I didn't think about that, but I mean, it's okay. It's kind of like, I wanted this for Becca and not so much for the shade or anything like that, or else I would have picked it up a long time ago. So it didn't matter that much, but I was like really shocked. I was like, whoa, these are similar, like very much similar. I do think I like the Ofra formula a little bit better. I think it's a little bit smoother. But this one's really, really nice as well. And like, I've been wearing it for 2 weeks straight, so whatever. Same with this. I've been wearing this eyeshadow palette, literally. So this is the Alter Ego Canyon eyeshadow palette. I can't put it down. I cannot put it down, and I don't want to put it down. Look, I just got this, guys, and look at it. Like, I wonder if I sent the Mercari person a picture of this, what they would say. They'd be like, girl, are we kidding? I want to wear this. I want to show you guys this look because I've been wearing it every time I wear this eyeshadow palette. I wear this look, and so I want to show you guys it, like actually doing it. So first we just, So first we're just literally gonna jump in with the shade Earth and mix it with the shade Rattlesnake here. So it's the 2 mattes down here, and we're just gonna put that in the crease. These shades are so blendable, and that's what I think I love about them. I knew, like, okay, the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, I know I would love that palette so much. I think that's the one that this is a dupe for. Whatever this one's the dupe for, I knew I would love it because the shades are perfection. But there's no way I was spending an arm and a leg, and I was almost like, Alter Ego, please come out with another palette because they have the other 2 that I love. But the color schemes aren't as perfect for me as this one is. And so I was, you know, I don't use this as much on my channel, but when I saw this one, I was like, forget it, I'm getting it no matter what I have to do. And I'm getting it on a deal, of course, and I'm using it every day, and so I have been. I've used this shade up here, which is really, really nice. This shade in my inner corner a lot. There's another gold shade I used. Oh, this one right here, Coyote, so freaking pretty. It's a little bit chunkier than the rest, but some of the other ones are more creamy, like the one we're going to use today, which is Desert Moon, which turned out to be my favorite shade in the entire palette, which I didn't know. So we're just going to take that on my finger, and I'm literally just going to put it across my entire eye. Oh my gosh, I love this shade. It's like a blue, purpley, but also just not a neutral, like a neutral blue purple kind of shade. Like, it's nothing, like I wore it to work the one day and it didn't feel like I was wearing, like, you know, blue and purple on my eye. It doesn't look like that because of how deep the undertone is, but it's like a, I don't know, it's a mix of blue and purple and shimmer and goodness, and I love it so much. I wonder how many brushes have this shade on it. This one does. So then we're just gonna take a brush. I am gonna spray my brush because I always think it applies better, but you don't really need to. And again, the finger works just fine as well. Then we're just gonna take that brush and apply, you know, kind of get the crisp edges that my finger is too fat for. Then we're just gonna blend it out a little bit. I went really heavy on the crease shade, which I normally, it looks a little bit lighter, and today I was just having fun blending, so I went a little crazy, but it looks fine. Then we're just gonna take those two shades again, Earth and Rattlesnake, and put them on the lower lash line. And then what I did the one day, which I really liked, I used the shade Expanse a little bit, just the smallest amount. I'm using the same brush that I used. I was using the same brush that I used for the top shade, just because I really just don't feel like getting a new one. And I just stamped that on the outer corner, and it doesn't do much, but when you look at the eye as a whole, it just looks like a fuller eye, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And these would have been the last two shades that I thought would be my favorite in the palette. The last two, literally the bottom two. And they're my number one. So exciting. I'm so obsessed. Look at my freaking eyes. You can see, like, it doesn't add too much. Like, it's kind of like the same color ends up being, but it adds a little bit of dimension that just like makes you look like you have a full eye look on, and I love that. I'm absolutely obsessed. Literally obsessed. Those shades, delicious. We are gonna just go ahead while we're here. Why dilly-dally? What is the word? Dilly-daggle? Dilly-dally. Why dilly-dally? Dilly-dally, duh. We're gonna go in with the shade Cougar right here. It's upside down. This one right here. And we're gonna put that in the inner corner. Then we're gonna take a little bit of Champagne Pop, which I've been loving as well. For the inner corner, we're just gonna take a little bit of that. That's why there's a little dip in it, because I use it for the inner corner so much. I'm just gonna put that in the inner corner because it always adds a little bit something. The combination of those two shades, I don't know what it is. It's gorgeous. Anyway, I'm just gonna blend this. I don't know what this side is doing. It's doing a weird cat eye thing. I'm just gonna blend it a little bit. And then what I like to do, I've been loving to go in with my Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pencil. I have the shade Deep Plum. This is my newest eyeliner, which is crazy to me. I haven't gotten any new ones, but like since this, which has been a few months at least, or like a month or so. So weird, but I love this eyeliner, especially because, just wait. Ugh. It's so hard to tell on camera, but in person you can really tell. It really just because the eyes and the blah, 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 because the shade on top of the eyes is a little bit more plum and purpley, bluey, the plum in the waterline just pops so well, and it's so gorgeous. I can't stop wearing it. I love this eyeliner too. It's a very smooth formula. It's so nice. I'm spending a year and a day on this eye look, but I'm obsessed. Literally obsessed. I've worn it for 3 days. I've worn it for a week straight. I was gonna say 3 days because I meant my 3 last videos. Was it my 3 last videos? Last week's videos I wore for I wore this look every video. Every freaking video. A different variation, but same gist. Same shade on the lid and same color in the waterline. Ugh. I hate putting on eyeliner because it's annoying, but I love the way it looks. So good, especially this Pixie liners, so freaking bomb. So freaking bomb. All right, next we're gonna go in with let's go with some setting spray. I know I used the Kokie one, so if you guys want to see how that one looks on my skin, it just took my skin to a whole new level. My skin looks so much better than it did before. And there's nothing else but that setting spray to attest to it. It really is a refreshing setting spray. And if you wanted to just do that, refresh your makeup. And, you know, I haven't put it to the test as long lasting, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that it is pretty long lasting just because setting sprays have kind of perfected that. So I'm going to go ahead and assume. But if not, you're looking for something just to like refresh the skin, this is the perfect setting spray. It's so bomb so far. But this one, if you want some glow, baby, this is my baby. And again, I've been testing it, loving it. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Glow Setting Spray, 12-hour wear, hydration, radiant pearls, coconut oil, luminous setting spray. A whole lot of things written on there for no good reason. if you guys ever wonder, I like to do this step before I do my mascara just because I don't love, like I don't want to have to avoid my eyes, number one. Number two, I think it just, you know, ruins the mascara. Even if, you know, it doesn't smudge it, it just doesn't look as good when you spray water on it, liquid on it after you applied it, you know? Should I do an updated dupes video? Let me know down below. I think I have some dupes. I think this Physician Formula foundation is a dupe for something that I also don't love. And so but I know a lot of people really love it, so I think that could be interesting. Then the setting spray is definitely a dupe for something. We've got some good things going on. Should I do another dupes video? Let me know if there's any products you want me to do. Let's do that, okay? Okay. All right, so we're done with the eyeshadow. Let's go in with mascara. We're gonna go in with the Benefit The Real Magnet Mascara. This is, so far, it's not my favorite mascara. I definitely love the Maybelline Sky High one better, but this one I just haven't used a lot, so I really wanted to, again, keep testing it. This is not a bad mascara. I really think people hated on it just for no good reason. It's a good mascara, and again, I think though, when we're talking like the mascaras that came out right now, the Lash Sensational is just number one, and so any other mascara that came out during this time, this like past few months, is just gonna get booted. And not that they're bad mascaras, but it's just because number one is Maybelline, and you can't beat that. I feel like that's the same though for like collabs as well. I know some brand just came out with a weird like oh my gosh, I don't even know what the is it Morphe? I think it was Morphe came out with a collab, but I think it was for I don't know what the brand was, but I know it's the one that you see on the folders all the time, like the dogs or whatever. And it's just like ColourPop just came out with Lizzie McGuire. Are you kidding? Why are you trying to come out with any collabs? I would, like, if as a business owner, I don't care what I had planned. The minute you see something thriving like that and you realize that you came out with a similar product or anything like that, all of that goes to a halt. I don't care if, you know, again, we had plans or whatever. I would be putting it to a halt because your product will never get as much hype, even if it's just as good as the thing that's obviously was released first and got all the hype. So, I don't know. It's just my personal opinion. Can we also, I really wanted to film a purchase or pass, but like, again, I pre-film a lot, so it's just like, okay, not a lot, but by a few days. And so by the time I film one and upload it, whatever, it takes a while unless I film it that day, and rarely am I filming on the day that I'm uploading. But I really wanted to talk about, because the only reason why I wanted to film it though is because I wanted to talk about the new Fenty Balm. Are you dumb, Fenty? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Fenty just came out with this skin tint. Everybody loved it. So why in the world would you come out with a balmed version of your gloss bombs? What? The thing is that for me is that those gloss bombs, I panned two of them. And the first one, I took the stopper out because I thought, you know, like it's a gloss, you know, let's get all the product worth. Heck no, it was the stickiest, nastiest thing I ever met in my life. It was everywhere. I never wanted to use it again because my fingers were sticky. Everything was sticky. So why would we put that in a balm where you have to use your fingers? I'm not sure. I was on Trend Mood's page and they did a poll and they were like, would you, it was like, getting or like not getting or whatever, and everyone said not getting. You know, there's those few people who just really love Rihanna, and like any of her cheaper products that are under like $20, people really buy, and I feel like, you know, that's an easy one because it's like probably not going to be over $20 because it's just like a lip balm, but still, it's kind of like, come on, Rihanna, you know better than this. It's not that serious. You can see my lashes look really nice, and I think they're really pretty, and I don't hate this mascara, and I think it's a really nice one. I think if it wasn't talking so much, it would have taken me a little bit less time to apply it, but it looks so good. And so again, it's not a bad mascara. It's just one that, you know, kind of fell in the shadows of Sky High Lash Sensational. What the heck? Okay, so next we're gonna go with the KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Love. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but I did pick up 2 new KKW lip liners during the 21 Days of Beauty, so we'll have some more. This isn't new at all. I just wanted to, I've been wearing, hold on, I'll show you in a second. I've been testing the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face. Wow, what the freak. I've been wearing the e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Pumping Gloss in the shade Mint Chocolate with all of my favorite lip liners, and so this was next in line. And I love this gloss so much. This is my newest gloss, and so far I haven't got the newer ones in the mail, but I'm just obsessed. I'm truly obsessed. Such a great formula, such a great gloss, and it looks good with all my lip liners, so I'm obsessed. Literally obsessed. So much for a spring look. I definitely put on a springier blush, but the rest was like fall or something. I almost used my fall mug today, but I was like, no girl, we're in spring, sister. Alright guys, so I don't have much to recap. Nothing really like wowed me, or like nothing changed what I said about anything. I feel like everything we're on the same page. I think the Fizz formula is just a little too heavy makeup-y for my preferences. I don't think it's like illuminating or hydrating enough on the face to be a favorite in any way, shape, or form. And then it just looks like makeup, and I don't love that, you know? Eyeshadow palette, I'm obsessed with. Mascara, I'm obsessed with. Everything else is really, really nice. The blushes are nice. They're just also not as... Some blushes I'll wear, and they just make my skin look so... And this doesn't do that for me, and I think it's because of how sheeny this blush is. This blush is just, you can see that. It's all like sheen, and so when you put that on the cheeks, sometimes it can be a lot, especially when the foundation underneath it isn't as skin-like as it should be, you know? So then it all just sits on top of each other, and then it doesn't look perfect. But everything else, snatch. The concealer looks better than it did yesterday, so far so good. I use a different setting powder, so again, maybe it's that. It just doesn't look anything revolutionary, and I think that's what I expected, just because it had all these good products and it was supposed to be hydrating and blurring and all this stuff. Because it had so many claims, I thought, you know, maybe this is going to be the best concealer ever, and so far it's just not that. So we'll see. All right guys, that is it for this very long video. I don't have my iPad with me and I don't have a quote, but I love you guys so much. We'll go with my favorite quote. I just was reading an old post that I posted the other day, and this is my favorite quote in the whole world. I've probably said it 30 times on my channel, but it's, difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations, and I just love that because it just is so true. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!